Welcome back. I'm Emily at Emily's podcast, Tribute to All Little Angels, Part 3, Episode 1 of Refresh Our Memory, October 7th, 2021. Well, we had plans to go to the cemetery this afternoon, but by the time we got our errands ran, we didn't get back in time, so we didn't make it today. When I'm able to sit down to relax, I realize today was full of good thoughts, with tears, of course, and positive thinking. So I will wait for Thomas, the photographer, to finish the picture overlay. Thank you again, Thomas. Thank you to God and my angels also. October 8, 2021, 12:33 p.m. Madison and I left to go to the cemetery. When we arrived and I pulled in, there are workers here. I didn't drive all the way back to see Wyatt. I pulled onto the street, an east-west street between Megan and Wyatt. After we sat with Wyatt a little while, I turned to go towards Megan's area. We sat with her for a little bit, and I took a few pictures. Megan's flowers are here, and then we exited the cemetery. And not because anyone is being disrespectful. It's just that I don't need to stir the pot. I will keep it together for Megan, God, and the rest of them. When we got back home, Madison gets ready for work, and when she left, I decided to make a glass of tea and sit down to relax. I prayed that this woman, Thomas, or someone will help. October 9th, October 10th, 2021. The weather is gloomy and is expected to rain. I could feel it, or I'm hoping it's the weather. I tried to stay to myself until I know what is going on with me. If it is the weather, I will feel better after it rains, and I pray I'm not sick. October 11th, 2021. It must have been the weather because today I feel all right. My grandson Jeff Jr. needs a ride to the pumpkin patch downtown this morning, so Madison and I picked him up with two of his friends and took them to the pumpkin patch. Madison asked, "Can we go to the cemetery now that we are out?" And of course I said yes. And after the storms and rain we got last night, yes, we need to go today. 12:15 p.m. I went to visit Wyatt. After a while, we drove through the cemetery to see if we could find any headstones that has dirt around them to build the ground up, not where someone had been buried. We found none. I drove to see Megan. Yes, her flowers are here. I took some pictures as I do every time I come here. When I pulled away from Megan and after asking her to get inside this woman's mom's heart for her daughter to help us and praying to them both, baby, let's get this done for you, for all of them. And I'm glad we went out today because the last time we were here, we couldn't visit. And there is no water laying on the ground either. Maybe wet, but not flooded. Thank God. For some reason, my heart is heavy today. I pray I can get this done. I keep thinking too, every time I take pictures out here, I look back on the older pictures. The area at Babyland 6 West. Look at the pictures from the early 2000s. The Babyland 6 West blue and white sign is in front of the same tree from years ago. And I know no one went to the cemetery on May 7th, 2015 when it flooded to May 9th, 2015 because the streets were closed to remove that sign, the blue and white sign from the area where they claim they cut down the south tree. Because on the day I visited, May 9th, 2015, after the streets were reopened, That blue and white sign is still and has always been in front east of the south tree. It shows in the pictures taken then and years ago, and I know the truth to be the truth. October 12th, 2021. What an emotional day. I'm staying positive, or trying to. I do have my moments. Not hearing anything or knowing what's going on, I get so darn frustrated. But I do know one day, someday sooner than later, the truth will be out there. October 13th, 2021. Another morning of waking up sick to my stomach. It's a feeling like something bad is going to happen. It's a weird kind of feeling. 10:01 a.m. my phone dings as if I have a message. I didn't want to even look at it because of the feelings I'm having. A few minutes later, I looked at the phone. It's Thomas, the photographer. He sent the video of the reenactment picture, a picture taken in 2008, which was compared to a picture taken in 2020 after the flood. Thomas wrote, "Is this hers, or am I doing the wrong one? Stuff is definitely gone and missing." I wrote, "Yes, the headstones were moved. Megan's headstone is behind, west of the brownish greenery by the tree. I will send a picture to point her out." I sent a picture of the tree and pointed out where the flowers are. Behind, west of the tree, is where Megan is. Thomas wrote, "Thank gosh, I did the right one. I spent 23 total hours studying and making sure that this is 100% lined up." I wrote, "See the tree? Behind the tree, west of the tree, the orange flowers, that's where Megan's headstone was put in 1999. Not there now, though. To the flood, due to the flood on May 7th, 2015. Thomas wrote, "Thank you for having me do this. Even though it's taken me a lot of time, I hope it helps you." I wrote, "Oh my gosh, so with what you have found, my baby, my granddaughter, Megan's headstone is not where it should be." Thomas wrote, "Looks to be off by feet. I feel very confident about it." I wrote, "No problem there. Do not worry about how long it's taken. You just don't know what you have done for me, for us." 10:14 a.m. I sent Jen, my niece, the video that Thomas sent me. I wrote, "Look what we got today, just now. I hope it lets you watch it." Jen wrote, "Oh my gosh." 10:32 a.m. I sent Carla, my great niece, the video. I wrote, "I know you're on your trip, but I wanted to share the video with the ones who have been helping. I received this morning. I hope it plays for you to see. I love you and have a safe trip. If anything, save this for me." Carla wrote, "That is so cool. I love you." I wrote, "We are going to Detroit." Carla wrote, "Do you have any idea of when?" This was a topic I had discussed with Carla beforehand about going to Detroit to talk to a reporter. Anything that will help. I wrote, "Maybe in the next few weeks to a month." Carla wrote, "Okay, good to know. It will give me time to work on stuff." I wrote, "Right." 10:43 a.m. I sent Madison the video. Madison and I talked about it, of what is going on with this, and her and I know exactly, and others know right where Megan is to be. 12:01 p.m. I sent Patty, my friend from birth, and has been a great help, the video. I wrote, "I received this morning, the overlay picture." 12:03 p.m. Thomas wrote, I'm glad this helps you all so much. It's helped my mom and I become wiser. 1:03 p.m. Zoe message. Zoe is my granddaughter, Megan and Madison's younger sister, the next to the youngest. Zoe wrote, "Hey, you guys okay?" She's checking on us because of the storms we've had. I wrote, "Yes, we are, baby, and thank you. Are you guys okay?" Zoe wrote, "That's good, and yes, we are too. Love you guys." 2:30 p.m. I replied to Thomas's message. I wrote, "It does, and I'm glad it's helping your mom and you too. Thank you so much, really." 8:34 p.m. My sister Susie called. I told her I received the video of the overlay picture, and it is great news. Her and I talked about two other pictures, and she reassured me, "You have this." We then talked about other things a while and then let each other go. Wow, what a day. I have been so emotional and I've felt good all at the same time. I need this to be over. October 14th, 2021, 5:34 p.m. Patty messaged. She asked, "What's going on with all of this?" I wrote, "I've been busy with Madison's graduation pictures and getting stuff done for her graduation party, and I may be going to Detroit, to talk to the reporter soon. And the only thing I'm doing that the woman said she would do is overlay the picture, then look over all the information, which I don't have to do that because I know the story. I've been living it. Then I will go to the reporter." 7:32 p.m. Patty messaged. She wrote, "When are you planning to go? Because I would like to be part of your journey. I just need to rest. I am seriously wiped out. Give Madison hugs for me." I wrote, "In about 3 weeks to a month. Get rest if you want to go, and it is really appreciated." 9:42 p.m. Patty wrote, "I want to go. I love you, Em. Good note. I'm going to charge my phone and myself." I wrote, "All right, good, and thank you. I love you too. Rest, please. We have to be on top. Good night." October 15th, 2021, 10:51 a.m. Thomas messaged. He wrote, "Damn it. This breaks my heart. The flood definitely moved the headstones. Looks like to be about a foot forward on everything and shifted too." 11:10 a.m. I wrote to Thomas, "I'm so emotional. I knew what the results would be, but this is the proof to be added to the other pictures and proof. Thank you so much, Thomas." 11:18 a.m. I messaged Patty to let her know what Thomas has said. Patty wrote, "Oh, wow. You should ask him if he knows any reporters. He sees what we already knew. I wonder if he will also write a letter in conclusion." I wrote, "Yes, I'm sure he will. It's awesome news. It's the beginning with new proof, and I'm going to Detroit sooner than I thought, because I thought it was going to take him longer than it did. But he got it done, and I'm so thankful." October 16th, 2021, 9:17 a.m. As I'm getting my morning started, I'm feeling blessed. I'm so grateful for the picture overlay, but I already knew the results. I just needed the results in paper form. Man, what a day. So much going on. But when I picked Madison up from work, we went to the cemetery. It's getting dark, but we made it though. 7:02 p.m. I pulled into the cemetery. I drove back to visit Wyatt, and of course we sat with him for a little while. Then I drove around to visit Megan. While driving around, though, I'm praying, asking the loved ones here to help get this done. We visit with Megan a little while. Her flowers are here. When I'm out here, my heart gets heavy, but I have to keep my eyes open on the area. As I left the cemetery, I feel a sense of peace. I drove home and need to relax. October 17th, 2021. This morning, waking up, I feel that bad gut feeling, and I prayed to God. 9:58 a.m. I start my day. A little busy, cleaning and doing laundry for the week ahead. I pray today could be the day. The morning is quiet. It's a peaceful feeling. I'm now praying too. Now that I'm seeing the woman back on the cemetery page, or I'm wondering, at least on my notification page now, if she's doing anything or not. But she is back on. I wish she would call or tell me something. Keep me informed. 1:25 p.m. Lisa messaged. Lisa is my best friend from high school days. She wrote, "Any news?" I wrote, "From Thomas, yes, but not from the woman. She's back on my notification page on Facebook, but hasn't said anything yet." Lisa wrote, "I'm not a fan." I wrote, "Me neither. She hasn't been on in weeks, but for the past few days she's been on. But now what? It's been since June, and I'm about ready to get it done without her slow playing." Lisa wrote, "Right." 3:27 p.m. Jen called. We talked for about 20 minutes. We talked about where my brother Bill had drowned in Texas. I told her I'm planning to go down there to sit at the lake and throw roses in the water. Something is pulling me to go there. We also talked about the overlay picture and what this woman is doing or not doing. But like I said, I'm doing exactly what the woman said she would do, except, like I said before, I don't have to investigate the storyline. I know the storyline. I'm living it. I overlaid the picture. Now we can talk to the reporter. But I did forget one thing she said she would do. She said, "I will send the city a message on their web page and see if they delete it." And I don't feel I need to message the city. They have already done or not done too much or not enough. Jen and I talked a little longer and hung up. October 18th, 2021. Could today be the day? Wow, how weird. I'm not normally a paranoid person, but lately I've been having premonitions, gut feelings about people who have come into my life over the past months. I mean, what was this woman's intentions? Was it to stall me? For me to wait on her? It didn't work. I took your advice and I appreciate that. But why haven't you stayed in touch? Thomas has, if it's just to update me. So, hello, Shauna. Where are you at? Your last words were the end of July to the beginning of August, and I haven't heard anything from you. This is October. We are moving on without you. I have been. Today, for some reason, well, any reason, this reason, let's get it done. My heart is so heavy. I cried and I had to lay down. I talked with God for a matter of a moment, and the tears were gone. I feel I can breathe. The heavy heart is gone too. It was like He's letting me know I have no reason to have a heavy heart or for any reason to be crying. God really is good. Thank you, dear God. 1:11 p.m. when Madison got back this afternoon, her and I went to the store to buy new flowers for Halloween for Wyatt and Megan. 1:32 p.m. we headed toward the cemetery after we were done at the store. But first, I stopped to get lunch to sit with our angels to eat with them. I used to do this quite a bit until this happened. When we arrived at the cemetery, there's no one here but the lawn people. It isn't the city, it's an independent company. Madison did take a picture of their truck. I pull up onto the street between Megan and Wyatt. We ate lunch. The workers were mowing. And when we were done with lunch, I drove to the back of the cemetery and pulled around to where we can drive back to visit Wyatt first. We put his flowers in his vase on his headstone. Madison took a picture. When we were done, I pulled around to visit Megan. The flowers I just took off of Wyatt's headstone. I'm going to divide them in Babyland 6 West and Megan's old flowers too, so other loved ones can have a flower or two. And when we were done, we left the cemetery. 5:01 p.m. I messaged Carla. I wrote, I heard from the photographer, and well, you saw the results. I'm thinking about going to Detroit at the beginning of the month. 7:34 p.m. Carla messaged back. She wrote, okay, great. I've been meaning to ask. My friend Dan asked, probably so he can plan. You and I definitely have catching up to do. I can't wait. I wrote, yes, good to let him know. Yes, we will catch up. We will have a long few to 4 or 5 days to talk, to laugh. But don't mind me if I have to cry. I will be all right, though. Carla wrote, don't worry about crying. I do it sometimes too. October 19th, 2021. My thoughts are clear this morning. I had a good night's sleep and I'm appreciating what my angels helped me with. Thank you, babies. 9:23 a.m. Patty called. We talked about a half hour. She's at the store and wanted to catch up a bit and needs me to send her the information about the cemetery in Detroit. She needs the name from the article about it. So after we talked and when we hung up, I looked up the article. 10:44 a.m. I wrote, okay, girl, I have gone back 3 years and I don't have the information. You did send it text, right? Patty wrote, oh man, I don't know. Oh, wait, you sent it to me, not me sent it to you. I wrote, oh, really? I will relook. And I did, and I did find it. I sent Patty 8 pages of the article. I wrote, the pages may be messed up because the man's picture was at the bottom of the story. 3:45 p.m. Patty messaged back. She wrote, I've been looking also. I found this, and she sent 2 pictures and wrote, I will have to get on this soon. She then sent another picture, and I'm staying hopeful. 3:54 p.m. I may have spoken of this before and I may not have, but I put the letter, the timeline, and the pictures with the description of each picture in each packet, and I have enough for 10 packets of information and pictures done. I put the files together and I am now putting them in their envelopes. 4:04 p.m. I finished stuffing the envelopes, and I'm so grateful when I am kept informed. I appreciate all the help, no matter who it is. Patty is now helping me to get in touch with the reporter when I arrive in Detroit. Bless this to work is all I keep thinking. Give me the strength, the courage, the wisdom, and guide me through, and I will be able to get this done. Bless me to take it to the highest power here on earth. I already know I have the blessing of the heavens. I saw it. I feel it all through this. And thank you, God. Thank you, Megan, and the rest. Bless Megan to matter. October 20th, 2021. When I woke up this morning, my heart is heavy. I want to put my head under the blanket and stay there. I try hard to carry on, and I do that because I know 100% what the truth is. And I know someone, somewhere, will listen, and they will hear me. Thank you for listening, and stay kind with your words. I want to let you know you may also find us on Spotify, Amazon Music, Samsung Podcast, Podcast Index Audible, Listen Notes, RSS.com Community, iHeartRadio, Google Podcast, and also on YouTube and publicrss.com. You may reach us at Emily McMahon, lowercase letters, EmilymcMahan 208 at gmail.com, and SD McMahon, lowercase letters, SDMcMahan 1959 at gmail.com. Or you may call and leave a message with your phone number, and we will return your call at 220-215-5130. Thank you.